What's up, Dragon Nation? I'm Rich with Dragon Nation Gaming. Welcome back to Space Engineers. Last episode, we built ourselves the hole. Now what I need to do is I need to figure out a way to get down into the base after we finish it. There's a couple of different ways that I could do this, but there's really only one way that is going to work for multiple reasons. We're going to go ahead and talk about that in this episode, so let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, so one solution that I have is to build a ramp that comes from here down to there. Actually, no. It'd be... Oh, shit. Thank God I have a little bit of thrust in my thrusters. Oh, that could have been bad. I don't know if that would actually kill me if I fell all the way down. But yeah, one option we have is to build a ramp. The ramp would have to be from right here, and it would have to go down to those blocks. Now, the issue that I would have, in vanilla, all we have is the 1x2 blocks. They're 2 blocks long, the slope blocks. They're 2 blocks long because one piece is half a block. Let me go ahead, I think I have it. Yeah, these ones right here. So 1 and 2 are the blocks that I'm talking about. That's all that we have in vanilla. This would require, I think, 1x3. Yeah, I think 1x3 slope should go down to there. The problem is, once I do get a rover, that slope would be a little bit too sharp. The problem you're going to have is you might high center and stuff like that. There's also another reason why I don't want to use a ramp, and we'll get to that in a minute. But if I wanted to build a ramp that was a little less steep, I would have to dig this out much further. But then it occurred to me that maybe the ramp is not the best idea. Maybe an elevator is a better idea, not only because it would make it easier to get down into the base and I don't have to worry about the angle of the slope, I don't have to worry about high centering or anything like that. But an elevator is a lot easier to hide than a ramp is. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go ahead and build the elevator, which is going to get us from that block right there up to those blocks. Now I did do the count, and it is going to require 2 pistons. Oh, I got some scrap down here. Yeah, I think that came from when I was detaching the drills and everything. One of the drills fell, and I think, oh, can I not get up there? Come on. I think that's where some of that scrap came from. Also, I went around and tried to find myself some resources. Let me see. We also have something else to go over. I did a lot of stuff on my own, so there's a few things that I need to talk about. One thing I did learn is I already knew that gold and silver cannot be processed in a base refinery. But now I figured out that, yeah, platinum can't be either. So what I did was I was going around looking for some of the resources we needed. I started over there with the ice, and I worked my way around all the way around the base. Now I tried to keep within 1 kilometer of the base because I knew it was probably going to take that much. So we did get gold and silver over there, which I won't be able to process. The platinum, what is that? A Humboldt? Oh, I don't know that one yet. No drones, please. I'm not ready for your shit. Alright, as I was going back over to the front where the ice is, I found some platinum over there, so I decided to go ahead and grab it. It should be enough to get us at least some elite tools when we get to that point. But of course, I'm going to need a regular refinery in order to process those. So what I was looking for was I was looking for cobalt. Went around the entire base, could not find any. So I went out just a little bit further, and there it is. Cobalt and nickel. So I was able to get some cobalt. We got that processing. It's not much help right now, but later on it definitely will be. So what I need to do right now is we need to go ahead and get the pistons set up. Trying to think. Oh yeah, there's one other thing. Yeah, the meteors again a little bit closer, as you can see. So one hit my cargo container and completely destroyed it. I was able to pick up all the resources. Oh no, I did not. Wait a minute, I got the stone. Hold on. God damn it. Get out of there. But the problem is now I don't have any room in storage for all of it. Yeah, I gotta build a yeah, we're completely full. How about in the assembler? I'm probably full in the assembler as well. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to build a... Can I put you in there so I can go grab some more resources? Alright, a little bit. I'm gonna have to build another large cargo container, but that's okay because there is something I want to build. And we do have enough resources right now. I don't need to worry about those large steel tubes. So let's just go ahead. Let's just continue on with what we're doing. What I plan on doing is when you're playing a multiplayer, if you're not able to hide your base, like this base is going to be noticeable from altitude. It gets within 3 kilometers, but we don't have to worry until it gets within 1,000 or 100. Until it gets within 1 kilometer, then we have to worry about it. But yeah, this base would be noticeable from up high. People will be able to see it. So in this case, what you want to do is you want to try to mask your base. Make it look like something completely different. So what I'm going to do is after we start getting everything... Well, I'll probably do it next episode. I'm going to set it up as a decoy base. I'm going to build a base right here on the surface to make people think that this is my entire base. And try to hide the fact that I actually have a base underneath the ground. Which means an elevator would work best with that because I can hide the edges of the elevators. So let's go ahead and get the pistons in. So control 1, do I already have the pistons? No, I don't. So I did do the math and everything already, so we are going to need 2 pistons high. I'm also going to have to build the scaffolding as well. I'm starting to really hate doing scaffolding all the time. Alright, so 1, 2. Then we need to go ahead and get those connected. Now, the reason I'm doing 4 pistons instead of just doing 1 in the center. Can I place you? Thank you. If you put a piston right here, we did it in the other series where we put 1 piston. The issue is you get friction on either side of the wall and it causes the entire elevator to tilt. Even if you turn up the shear inertia tensor. So if you want it stable and you want it smooth, it's better to go ahead and put it in all corners. That way you have equal force and equal speed on all 4 corners. It'd be less likely to cause issues. Alright, now I need to figure out... let's do it right here. I need to get up just a little bit so I can go ahead and weld some of this stuff. And also put the other pistons on those 2. So I need to come with scaffolding around like that. Then, oh shit. God damn it. Come here. And then what I gotta do is I gotta try to connect all the pistons together. So, the problem is when you have 2 blocks that are not connected, there is gonna be a seam. So if they're not part of the same grid and one is a subgrid of the other, you're gonna see a seam like this right here. We don't have to worry about it on the edges, but come on. We don't have to worry about it on the edges, but at the access point of the ramp, which is going to be right here, there is going to be a seam. So if the elevator is actually the same color as our entry into the onto the elevator, if they are the same color, it's going to be obvious that that seam is hiding something. So what we need to do is change the color of the elevator, so that way we can make people think that the reason there's a seam right there is because those blocks are a different color. Might work, maybe. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a decoy base on that end, which we are going to use temporarily as our base so we can get this hole dug out. But later on, once we get the base underground, it'll be used as a decoy to kind of hide what we're doing. Now what I need to do is I need to get my fat ass up here. Okay, got a little bit of hydrogen, I can make it. Had a little bit more. We're good though. Let me go ahead and we'll put this piston here and this piston here. Now what I need to do is I need to go ahead and get those welded up. I don't think I'll be able to reach. Ah, shit. Those sound like they're getting really, really close. Oh no, they're good. They'll just, oh wait. These ones are a little bit scary. Those ones right there. But I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Maybe not that one right there. Okay, it's just gonna go over. Yeah, the angle didn't seem quite right to me. Alright, let's continue. So what I need to do is I need to go ahead and get all these pistons welded up real quick. I'm gonna have to figure out some scaffolding so I can get to the head of the piston, which is pretty simple. I'll just put stuff like right here, and that should allow me to reach it. That way I also have a platform to go across. There we go. And then to that one. Now all I need is a slope block, and I should be able to reach them now. So yeah, let me go ahead and get these pistons welded up, and then after that we'll go ahead and get rid of all this scaffolding so we can go ahead and start the elevator. Alright, so we got all the pistons built and I went ahead and put up the blocks. Now what we need to do is we need to connect all four of those together. The whole point of this is you don't really need to do this. I'm just going ahead and connecting all of the pistons together so that way there will be no seams. Because if there are seams, it will be obvious that there is something here. So let's put you there, you there, so that connects to those. That should be it. That should be all of that I need. Alright, I was connected to that one, so now I need the merge block for this one. So let's turn this one upside down. There we go. And that one is connected to that one, so I need the other merge block to be connected here. And 5. I do like how now with the new collisions, you could put down the merge blocks and all you have to do is build them and it connects them. I don't have to worry about setting up pistons anymore, which is freaking awesome. I love it. Alright, we need this one here. And then, nope, that will be connected to that one. I need to get on the other side. I need to connect it to that block. Make sure it's pointed the right way. There we go. Alright, let's see if oh, no, large still too. Damn it, and I got rid of them all too. What do we got? Panini sidecar. I think we've already seen that one. Alright, let's go ahead and grab... Well, that's all the large steel tubes I can grab. I'll probably have to come up and get some more. But, merge block. And can I get down to this one, please? Thank you. Right there. Alright, now those two are connected, so let's go ahead and make that permanent by putting a block there. And on the other side, then we get rid of the merge block so we can put the block there. Now we need to go ahead and get these ones welded up so we can get them together. And I always have to weld them all the way up 100%, or it bugs the hell out of me if I don't. It's just one of those OCD things. It gets annoying after a while, but it's alright. I mean, yeah, some people say it's kind of an illness, but I don't think so. It's actually a good thing sometimes. Sometimes. But yeah, let's go ahead and get these two, and then we should be able to connect everything together. But yeah, sometimes with my OCD, the issue that I get is I try to make everything too perfect. And that causes me a lot of issues sometimes. It takes me so long to get anything done. Which really isn't that big a deal, but when you're trying to do YouTube and getting videos out as fast as you can, yeah, it kind of makes it difficult to do. Alright, now we can go ahead and place that block and that block. Now we should be permanently connected. Let's go ahead and connect all these as well. Alright, now we should be able to get rid of all the blocks that are up here on this level. And then we can go ahead and start talking about getting the piston set up. I also need to go ahead and get all... Oh, shit. I keep doing that. I need to go ahead and get rid of all the scaffolding to come back up here, so that way we can go ahead and get the elevator set up. So yeah, give me a minute to get rid of all this, and then we'll finish off the elevator, get the sides done as well, and then we need to set it up, the distance and all that kind of stuff. If I could ever get up this. There we go. Alright, so I also went and put down a control panel right down there. Control button, whatever you want to call it. Let's see how much damage this is going to do. And it killed me. I didn't think that would be deep enough to actually kill me. Well, it did. Alright, now that we know that that will kill us, let's go ahead and use a little bit of hydrogen that we have to slow down our fall. There we go. Oh, look at my poor little body. Well, if I was trying to go through an entire series without dying, I just failed. Alright, let's grab all this real quick. Let's get the tools so we can get rid of all that respawn stuff. Alright, I need to get up on this ledge because I do have a button right here. So what we need to do now is we need to set up the height for the first piston. We do have 8 pistons altogether, but there should be 4 that are directly connected to the base. They should be the ones that show up in white. What we need to do right now is we need to figure out the distance, the minimum distance that we need to set those at, which is right here. Now, I'm not gonna, yeah, let's do this. Let's go ahead and find all those pistons. Let's turn on inertia tensor. I'm probably gonna need it. So share inertia tensor. But we're gonna wait to turn up the impulse until we actually have this thing finished. I'm just hoping that it can actually raise up. What I want to do right now is I want to go ahead and put out a block, which will make it easier to try to find that distance. Now that the impulse is pretty low, it should stop that piston, or those pistons. So let's go ahead and find these 4. Let's go ahead and set the velocity for 0.5. And there we go. So yeah, right now it is level. So let's go ahead and go into those pistons and we'll check that distance. It's 2.2. All right. So yeah, we'll select all 4, go down to minimum distance, and we'll set that to 2.2. Now what we need to do is we need to go ahead and get rid of these blocks so we can go all the way up. And figure out what the height is going to be up here. So let's go ahead and put a block right here. Yeah, right there. So when the pistons stop at that point, it'll tell us where that height is. Now, we only have 4 of the pistons moving, and this is where it stops. I needed the second set of pistons because of this, just 1 block. That's all I needed them for. So the height should be 2.5, right? No, I guess they are a little bit higher than 1 block. So let's go ahead and find those pistons, which is this one, this one, this one, and this one. And we'll go ahead and set the velocity for 0.5 as well. Now, they should stop at that block, which will give us the height of this part. Now, we want to make sure that this is perfect, because this is what we're going to need. Am I moving? Yeah, my character is sliding across. Anyways, so we need this perfect so that way it's easier to hide that this is an actual seam for an elevator. That's why it's very important to try to get it as close as possible. So if we go to those pistons, we could check those pistons and see what the distance is at. So the minimum, minimum distance is going to stay 0. The max distance is going to be what they're set at. It is 2.2. Well, holy shit. What are the chances? Alright, so max distance, we'll go ahead and set that for 2.2. Alright, now we'll go ahead and grab all these pistons and set them into a group. So, let's say pistons elevator. Trying not to... Usually when I type, I hit the keys pretty damn hard. I'm trying not to. That's why it goes a little bit slower. And there we go. We got those pistons. Alright, now what I need to do is I need to go ahead and get rid of this block. And see if we still have the seam. Yes, we do. Alright, so this is what I was talking about earlier. If we go ahead and go to the color, make the elevator the same color as the base. As you can see, around the edges, there is no seam, so we're okay on that. That we can actually hide and make people think that this is my actual base. There's nothing underneath it. This seam right here, between the two flat surfaces, that's what gives it away. Anybody who sees this and they know a little bit about the game, they will know that if these two are the same color, this seam is here because there's something underneath it. This is a subgrid, so they're gonna know an elevator is there. So what we want to do is we want to try to hide that. Now, a lot of people it will fool, but not everybody. So later on you might have to set something else up, but we could go over that at some other point. Now that they're different colors, they might see the seam and say, oh, there's a seam there because these are different colors. Now, like I said, not everybody will be fooled by that. And it looks level, it looks like they are part of the same grid, no issues, the same height, they're perfect. Alright, now what I need to do is I need to go ahead and get a button so we can test this thing out and see if I do need to turn up the impulse speed or the impulse power. Alright, what did I need? Interior construction computer display. So, interior construction computer display. There we go. Alright, I don't want to put it against the wall. This one's just temporary so we can test it out, so we'll put it right there for right now. Now we're just going to set up this button. Group these pistons right here. All we want to do is reverse. Alright, let's see if this is going to work out. Well, maybe I don't need to change the... Oh, nope, it's starting to slow down. It's probably because the other pistons are fully retracted now. So right now, we're only going down on one set of pistons instead of two. And yeah, there we are. Nice little platform. So if you're trying to hide your base, this is probably the easiest way to do it. I mean, it would be cool if we could do a ramp, but ramps are a little bit more difficult to hide. Especially when you're trying to make a ramp that is not steep enough to where your vehicle will high center. That's where it starts to get a little bit difficult. But yeah, that's perfect. Wish I had some hydrogen so I could see what it looks like from the air. But yeah, I think that'll work out. So what I need to do now is at some point people are going to see this big ass area. And it is pretty big. This is not like a small little base. They can tell by the size of this you would call a dock. Just by the size of the dock, they can tell that there is something here. Probably something I want to do later on to make this even more obvious that this is not an elevator. Is to change these blocks out, like right here. Change that block out for a connector. Same, put another one over here as well. Maybe. And then I will need a base back here so I could put some connectors, like right there. For a rover. So that way I can have ships and I can have rovers connected. So people won't even think that this is a base underneath ground. They'll think everything's on the surface. It's just all about hiding it for right now. So what I need to do to make that... What's the word I'm looking for? That lie, I guess you could say. To make it work better is I do need to build a temporary base up here. It's going to be a temporary base for now, but later on it will be a decoy. But yeah, it looks like we're good. So that's what I want to do in next episode. We need to get some better production up. So we're going to build ourselves a temporary base that is going to turn into a decoy later on. And try to get that production up. And I also want to go ahead and make it airtight as well. We also need to get some turrets up because I'm getting sick and tired of my large cargo containers and everything else getting hit by the meteors. But yeah, all that we'll worry about in the next episode. Until then, make sure to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.